Hello and welcome back to Vietnam in 1967 here on Yankee Station in the Gulf of Tonkin. We are back flying the A-4 campaign, October 14th, 1967. I actually recorded an episode yesterday and I had the game crash while I was trying to get it done. That was very sad. Basically, of course, once the mission is over, unless you have saved it somewhere, you can't get back into that same mission anywhere. You just would have to fly a new one. So very frustrating. Basically what that meant is I had to delete all of the audio and video recording and starting completely from scratch today. So yeah. So this is take 2 on the October 14th mission, but hopefully we'll get through it today. Today's going to be a strike mission. We're going up to Ko-Tri, and we need to destroy the enemy railroad bridge in the target area. We're going to be call sign Lion. We'll be taking 4 A-4 Skyhawks, take off at 7:12 in the morning. So here we are at Yankee Station. We'll be taking off, heading north today to waypoint 3, 6,000 feet. Ingress today will be going feet dry here just outside of Nam Dinh. Turning left onto the Red River. The bridge is spanning the Red River just outside of Phu Lai here. This is the city of Phu Lai underneath the ground unit marker. Once we hit the bridge, we'll make a hard left, and then we're south in between Nam Dinh and Ninh Binh, going feet wet, and then circling back to the carrier fleet here. We can expect, unfortunately, a lot of AAA and SAM sites scattered along these coastal cities here. Even though we're not quite getting into the Hanoi area itself, we still might be picking up some SAMs that are sort of scattered on the outskirts of these cities. VF-111 Sundowners, they are coming with us today. They are actually our escort. That's going to be Tampa flight. It's going to be 8 Crusaders. That's a pretty big escort flight. That's a little scary. They may be expecting heavy MiG activity today. I don't know. So we'll keep an eye out for them. Once again, that was Tampa flight. We are Lion in Tampa. Okay. So that's that for the loadout. I'm going with the Centerline 300 drop tank, although I don't even know if we'll actually need it. And then 10 500-pound bombs on the inner racks, and then 2 on the outer pylons. That's going to be the same for all 4 aircraft. Total takeoff weight of 23,880 pounds. 100% ammo, 100% fuel. Finally, just looking at the roster, I'm in command with 72 combat missions now. My wingman, Ensign Christopher Blonsky. He's got 22 air-to-ground kills over 7 combat missions, and skills only 74 though, but his condition is pretty good. I try to pick the people with the highest conditions just to keep everyone rotating, and keep everyone fresh. So leading the second element, Roger Wolf, condition of 95, morale 100. Actually, we have several people with 100 morale. They're real go-getters. And then Lion 4 is going to be Ensign James Nichols, 100% condition. Only 7 combat missions with 7 ground kills, so we'll try to get him a little bit of experience today and get his XP up. His skill is quite low as well. But a mission like this is not as bad as, say, an Iron Hand mission. You know, AAA suppression, those can get real dicey. Here we are with a strike. I'm hoping that we can get in, get out, and not lose anybody because we're not hanging out over the target area. So there we go. That's going to conclude the briefing. Let's head up to the deck and blast off on our next U.S. Navy A-4 mission. We'll see you up there. All right, here we are up on the flight deck. JBDs are up into position. Going full power. Ready for launch. Here we go. Two is airborne right behind me. Flaps coming up now. We'll go radar on at 40 miles. You can can see that the weather has cleared up from earlier in the morning when it was quite overcast. And that's actually because it was that was footage from yesterday's mission in the introduction there. But you know, the weather here is extremely variable and quick to change. So here in this case, the morning was pretty rough weather-wise, but now we've got, at least for a little while, we have a window of nice blue skies and medium clouds, so not too bad. Alright, we're just doing a tight little marshalling stack here as the wingmen are coming around, getting into position. There they are, I see them behind me. Okay, we're not going up too high today. Up to 5,900 or around 6,000 feet, I guess. I'll call it an even 6. There's our ship, there's the Coral Sea. We've got something else out on the far side. Should be 5 carriers on station here today. On course. There is 6,000. We're going to pull back the power a bit. We'll find a nice cruise speed. And leveling out at 6,000. Alright, so let's see. We'll do bomb quantity, set our interval. I'll do 100 milliseconds, I guess. Get our 500-pound bombs selected. 42 miles to go to the next waypoint, so we're just we're strapped in here on the way into Vietnam. Today we finally have some time to talk about our aircraft, the Douglas A-4 Skyhawk. Originally designed as a replacement for the A-1 Sky Raider, the A-4 made its first flight in 1954 and joined the fleet in 1956. The plane was small, nimble, fast, and simple, earning it names like Scooter. A Bantam is an undersized breed of duck or chicken, and the Skyhawk's small size and spindly legs also led to the name the Bantam Bomber. The prototype set a speed record of 695 miles per hour in 1955, earning it the nickname Heineman's Hot Rod, referring to the plane's designer Ed Heineman at Douglas Aircraft. The plane's simplicity made it cheap and easy to maintain, which made it an attractive option for air forces around the world. Besides the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps, the Skyhawk would serve with Argentina, Brazil, Australia, Indonesia, Israel, Kuwait, Malaysia, New Zealand, Singapore, and is even still in service today with a handful of private defense contractors operating in the US, Canada, and Germany. The plane's small size meant it did not need folding wings, saving weight and meaning it could also land on smaller decks, making it perfect for navies with smaller aircraft carriers. The Skyhawk saw extensive combat with Israeli forces throughout the 1960s and 70s, and during the 1982 Falklands War, Argentinian A-4s sunk 2 British ships and damaged several others. The Skyhawk was originally powered by a single Wright J65 turbojet, a US version of the British Sapphire engine. Later, beginning with the E model, A4s would be powered by the Pratt & Whitney J52 instead, the same engine that would also power the A6 Intruder. It produced 8,500 pounds of thrust and gave the Skyhawk a max speed of 585 knots at sea level. The plane had a combat range of 1,000 miles. The A4 was armed with two internal 20mm Mark 12 cannons, with 4 wing pylons and a center pylon that could carry up to 8,500 pounds of munitions and drop tanks. This included 3 different models of tactical nuclear weapons, as well as the very first buddy tanks, which allowed air-to-air refueling between fighters. The A4B introduced the equipment for launching bullpup air-to-ground missiles, and later models would be fitted for Sidewinder air-to-air missiles, as well as more advanced air-to-ground missiles. Overall, 2,960 A4s were built between 1954 and 1979, when production ceased. Interestingly, the Marine Corps refused to take the Navy's replacement for the plane, the A-7 Corsair II, instead retaining the A4 until the mid-1980s, only finally replacing them with AV-8 Harriers. The final Skyhawk built was a Marine A4M. The Skyhawk worked all throughout the Vietnam War. The first Navy plane shot down in the conflict was an A4. Pilot Everett Alvarez Jr. famously became the first and longest-held pilot prisoner of war. He was held for 8 years, being released in 1973. Only Army Captain Floyd James Thompson, captured when his small bird dog was shot down, was a POW longer, imprisoned from 1963 until 1973. Another famous A4 driver was U.S. politician John McCain, who survived the infamous 1967 Forrestal Fire, and later spent much of the war as a POW himself. The final A4 loss of the war was on September 26, 1972, when Marine pilot Captain James Walsh was shot down and taken prisoner, also becoming the last Marine to become a POW. In 1965, an A4 was involved in one of the rare broken arrow incidents in which the U.S. lost nuclear weapons. The Skyhawk was accidentally pushed backwards off the deck of the USS Ticonderoga, disappearing into the sea with its pilot, Douglas Webster, and 1, possibly 2, B-43 nuclear weapons. The incident happened about 70 miles off the coast of Japan. The country was only notified in 1989, creating a small diplomatic incident. The A-4 also found work as an adversary plane in combat training. The return of a focus on air combat during the Vietnam War led to the establishment of the Top Gun program in 1969, and the Skyhawk was selected as a stand-in for a MiG-17. They were retired from Top Gun in 1993, and from the last Fleet Aggressor Squadron in 2003, which also was the last U.S. A-4 squadron in operation. The plane's long service record and association with so many countries, not to mention an appearance in the original Top Gun movie, makes the A-4 an international star, close to the hearts of aviation fans all over the world. Alright, we're 23 miles away from our initial point. We are inbound at 6,000 feet. ECM is on. Bombs are selected. We did a little bit of circling, so we're coming in with a couple of other squadrons so that our timing is a little bit better. I was out a little far ahead. We've got a fan song radar, 2 fan song radars, a B and a C on the map already. We've had reports of several flights of MiGs out in front of us. And looks like Cobra Flight, which is our escort, looks like they're scattering already to the south, so they may have something on their radars. You can see there's the railroad bridge. Oh, another fan song out to directly to our west. So the fire can radar up there. So fan songs, those are Those are SAM sites. Another Fansong B just appeared down by, what is that, Ninh Binh out there. So, yeah. As we're coming up on the coastline here, we're at 450 knots, which is where I want to be. We'll keep it nice and fast. In fact, we may even push over a little bit here. We're right at 5,900. We're going to come right over this base, which I don't really like. SAMs are flying already. We just got a report. We want to skirt around this airbase. We don't really want to go right over the top of it. More SAMs going off. Nothing on our raw equipment yet. We're not... Oh, right there. Down at our 11 o'clock low. I'm sorry, our 1 o'clock low. Missiles just flew up from there. Whew, and there we go. We're starting to get some flak. So, I'm going to begin jinking. Just a little bit here. Uh-oh. One of the wingmen catching a radar spike. Let's push it down right to treetop level. Make sure everyone is staying with me. I want formation cohesion. Our ECM works best when we are grouped together. When we separate, it actually makes it easier for them to pinpoint us. All right, we are on the initial point, so now we are 10 miles out. We're on the approach. There's the river. Actually, there's the bridge right there. All right, let's get lined up. I'm going to order the AI at 4 miles to attack, and I'm going to begin my pop-up at 3 miles. Just double check that I have the bridge targeted, and I do. That is a big ass bridge. Flight 1. Fuck it. Attack my target. Wingman, attack my target. Here we go. Up into the pull-up. We're looking for 12,000 feet. We're going to come right up into the SAM envelope here. We might very well be targeted by missiles in this brief interval that we're up here. There's 8,000 feet. Coming down to 250 knots. There's 10,000 feet. Going to roll over on the back. We're getting real slow. There's the radar. Come over the top. Wingman bombs are off. Ooh, direct hit right into the middle of the bridge. We're going to continue on our way down, do additional damage. Coming up to 450. There's the air brakes out. We're 4,000 feet. We're on the pullout now. Air brakes retracted. Brake off to the left. There's a train down there on the tracks. Oh no, what happened? Our bombs never dropped? Oh, perhaps they landed short. Okay, well. Let's get everyone back together. Flak nearby. Also got to keep an eye out for those enemy aircraft. In fact, let's what is our nearest threat?
Red ground, bandit, west 7 o'clock, 7 miles, Angel 5, heading south.
Oh shit! SAM launch directly ahead of us, 12 o'clock low at one of our friendlies. I wonder. Can we identify the radar? Maybe we can. Maybe we could do. Let's see. Can we find the fan song? I can see launchers. Actually, that kind of looks like the radar van right there. That's it. I see it. It's just under the. Oh, we got it. That was all the ammo we had, but that fan song is out of order. Good, that gives us a nice little opening to punch our way through back out to sea. Uh-oh, someone's still dropping bombs back there. Bandits are now 8 o'clock. Behind us.
5, heading west.
To the left. Alright, so Lion 2 and 3 behind us. Lion 4 is, I cannot see him, actually. Hold on, we'll check on him in a second. Ooh, big hit to the frame rate, which means one of the big strike flights must have just dropped their bombs on something. Alright, that's me. Here is 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. He's empty. Bad guy going down just off to the right of number 4. MiG impacting out there in the forest. Another one going down. 4 just dumped his tanks. What are you doing? Not clear what his intentions are. Oh, that MiG just impacted in the middle of the city. Not great. More SAMs going off. We're going to start climbing up here. Interesting. More MiGs going down. There's Cobra flight coming over Nam Dinh to our north. Alright, on to waypoint 7 now. That was a quick in out. If we can just get 4 to head out to sea and stop engaging whatever he's engaging, we should be able to save all the wingmen today. Ooh, we're at just over 12,000 feet. Setting 2.0 on the pressure ratio gauge. Should be slow enough for everyone to catch up. Again, 2 and 3 are actually right behind me, but here's 4 way back over what might be Ninh Binh? Yes. Ninh Binh behind him, there's Nam Dinh up that way, and then we've got Phu Lai up there. And that SAM that I took out, the fan song, was somewhere right in this no man's land in between. So hopefully, like I said, we've just got a window of no SAMs there that all of our friendlies can punch through at this point to head back out to sea. SAM's continuing to launch elsewhere, of course. Alright, so this is 4, so he is now feet wet, or about to be feet wet. Just right now. So he has cleared the coast. Of course, we have seen that that doesn't mean that you're immediately immune to enemy weapons. You could still get flak shots up at you, or even missiles or MiGs, but just being clear of the mainland is usually a good first step towards being safe, so... Alright, back to the cockpit here as we just continue on our way back in, and we'll slow down a little bit more. We'll set 80% on the RPM, I guess, which is right around... I guess that's still around 2.0 on the pressure ratio. So, we're just heading back in. That was a fairly fast in and out. Oh, in fact, there's waypoint 7 now. On our way to waypoint 8, which is going to be our approach waypoint. So yeah, like I said, fairly efficient mission. Sadly, not as exciting as the one that I lost. That was a that was an Iron Hand AAA suppression mission, and we were dodging SAMs all over. We were going all the way up to Kep on that one, so super far inland, and yeah, sadly lost to time on that one. So I do apologize that this one was not quite as exciting and nail-biting, but it was at least efficient, and we got the job done. We dropped that bridge. My bombs, I think, landed maybe short of where I was aiming. I may not have had the angle that I needed, but that's all right. I'm trying to do this system now where I order the wingmen in first so that they can drop their bombs. That way, if they are wildly off target, I can come in as the last of the flight, drop my bombs, and then finish off whatever is there. Of course, we did see that 4 had not dropped yet, so he went and targeted something else. I'm guessing some AAA positions, or maybe even a SAM site, perhaps, but we'll have to see when we get back. But whatever it was he was shooting at, he did hit. He dropped bombs on something, and he got the shack. So we'll see in the debrief what exactly he was going after. But if we go ahead and oh my goodness, hold on, let's dump my fuel tank. What the hell is 4 doing?
Zebra 1, Red Crown. Copy that. Direct hit.
Oh my god, he's going after AAA. Actually, no, he's going after a radar site. There's a radar van. Oh my god, and he got it. Alright, seriously, dude. Get the hell out of there. Oh my god. Now, I don't think that was a bar lock radar. I think maybe that was a fire control radar for all of this flak and AAA that's here. So, I mean, good for him for taking it out. But now he is over some city here taking terrible fire. Oh my god, Ensign, what were you thinking? Oh geez, he just lost a piece. That's his rudder. Just major hit on the empennage there. Rudder goes flying.
Fox 1. I'm out of gun ammo. 2. Roger. Returning to formation. I've got a spot. 5.
Oh geez, he's still getting hit by radars here. And for some reason that is just encouraging him to go after it.
I've got a spot.
Jeez Louis. So he was over the ocean, turned back to the mainland, and attacked a freaking radar. Now he's over the ocean again, except with severe damage.
I've got a spot.
No, I think what we're going to do here is just to tell Flight 1 to return to base.
Returning to
Quit fucking around with whatever you're doing and return to the boat, please. Alright. Speaking of which, let's see how we are doing. Son of a bitch, man. Now he's got a SAM after him.
Fight.
Jesus Christ, after all that... Nope, there it is. It's going crazy high above him. Whew, good. I was a little worried because I literally just told him to return to base, which means they often stop maneuvering even when they're under fire. They just beeline for home. So that SAM flies off safely into the distance. Not sure what site even was firing at him.
I've got a spike.
Good God. Okay, well. Anyways, back to us. We're 20 miles out from our initial point. We will be passing by the ships on the left. Interestingly, there's actually only 3 ships today, and it's none of the big ones. We have the addons, the Intrepid, which I believe are both Essex class, and then you've got the Coral Sea Midway class, and none of the supercarriers. Curiously. On the other attempt, in the Lost mission, we were joined by both the Constellation and the Enterprise. But not here this time. So here I am, I'm all by my lonesome here because I ordered the wingmen back to the boat.
1, Red Crown. Copy that. Red Crown.
In fact, we can probably see them.
Rambler 1, Red Crown.
Yeah, so they're lagging behind. I guess they're going to follow the same course that I am because they're going to go to the initial point and then descend and get set up for landing. But they're just no longer following me specifically. Actually, we're 5 miles out from this waypoint. We probably should start getting down. Did I turn the ECM off? Yes, I did. So ECM is off.
Copy that.
No need for that at this point. Hopefully I can make a decent carrier landing. Not as proficient as I should be. Maybe should have practiced landing in the A-4 before actually recording, but too late now, we're committed. It'll be fine. I dumped off the drop tank so that we don't have excessive weight, although we still have over 4,000 pounds of fuel coming in on landing, which is not exactly what I wanted. I wonder if I can burn some off here with the air brakes out. So clearly, even going up into almost into Hanoi, a drop tank is not necessary on the A4.
I've got a spike.
And that was just with the centerline single tank. The game actually, when it auto-loaded the ordnance, it was assigning me its standard loadout of the 2 wing tanks. So we pretty much would have had double the amount of droppable fuel. So we're coming in heavy, and that's with only the 1 tank that it seems like just used the gas just from that. There's 2,500 feet. Hold there, we're at 6 miles. Coral Sea will be off to my 11 o'clock here somewhere. Can't see it quite yet. guess radar says it's off about 45 degrees to my left. That must be it. Oh, there we go. There's one of the Essex classes off to my left, so the Coral Sea can't be too far away. Should be visible fairly. So, there it is. She's just starting to come into view. There's the wake.
Sam inbound! Sam off! I'm bingo view.
Did we miss this waypoint? Oh, crap.
Lion, lead.
Nope, there we go.
Back! Back!
Hook is down and locked.
Back!
There we go. Radar off.
Stand on!
We're just coming by firewalled throttle with the speed brake open.
Red ground!
Just trying to burn off a couple more gallons of fuel here.
Red crown. Copy that.
Just over 300 knots, so we're a little bit slower than normal.
I've got a spike!
There's the Coral Sea. Deck looks good and clear.
Spike! I've got a spike!
Nobody around us or in front of us. In fact, we are all by ourselves, so should be no problem with traffic.
Spike!
There's 1 mile on the upwind.
Spike! Bingo view! I've got a spike!
Rolling out on downwind here, letting the speed continue down.
I've got a spike!
Again, carrying a little bit of extra altitude so that we can see over the nose on approach because of the restrictive restrictive visibility out the A-4 in this game.
Spike!
Oh, right. If I could line it up next to the gun sight a little bit, that would be... Okay, no, I can see where we're going. And... Damn it. Bounced it. Okay. We're just going to stay dirty and go back around, ensure that the speed brakes are in. Ooh, really wide pattern this time around. Checking for traffic right. Still don't see anybody,
I've got a spike.
which is good. The sky continues to be ours. To be fair, that was a really bad approach last time. Even with the attempt for more altitude, that was just really, really steep. So give it another shot here. Coming around. Ooh, this feels really low. Let's get the brakes out. Ooh. Oh, wow, that was really hard.
Red Crown. Copy.
Holy crap.
Red Crown, stand for waypointing.
Denver 1.
Alright, there's the hookup. Let's taxi out of the landing zone here, and let's check our airplane, because that might have been hard enough to break something.
I've got a spot.
A-4 is quite resilient, though, so... There we go. Brakes on.
I've got a spike.
Alright, looking over the plane, they may have been punishing for the landing gear, but we didn't snap anything off, so, yeah. Looks good. I think, again, the biggest problem, this is just like those first couple of missions, just coming home with too much fuel and being too heavy. We just know now for next time that even as far as Hanoi, we can forego any drop tanks whatsoever and just go with the internal fuel. So there we go. Lesson learned for next time going forward. All right, let's dismount and get below and take a look at our debriefing. We'll see you down there. All right, welcome back down below. Take off those headphones. We don't need those anymore. For our debriefing. So let's see. Strike a strategic target located in Ko-Tri. Destroy the enemy railroad bridge in the target area. Flight time is 43 minutes, 40 seconds. Primary target was destroyed. 2 A-4 were damaged. Rating of success with a score of 300 points. So I think that means that I at least hit something with my bombs. Or at least got a few points for completing the mission. Interesting that 2 A-4 were damaged. We'll have to see what the second one was. Unless it was mine on landing, I suppose. But we'll find out. Alright, let's take a look at the stats here. So, Commander Horner. Oh, right. I actually didn't hit shit with my bombs, but I did destroy that radar van of the Fan Song. So fired 40 20mm Mark 12 cannon rounds. So I think that means that I had another burst in there, right? Because we have 60... I think we're supposed to have 60 rounds. Although it looks like Ensign Nichols fired and even 40 as well. I swear that I've had issues with this game, within the mods specifically, where it seems like the internal ammunition count varies for no reason, even though it's supposed to be set at a specific thing. So that's curious. I thought we were supposed to have 60 rounds, but I could just be misremembering. Anyways, so I did get that kill. I got the Fan Song, so that was where those points came from. Ensign Blonsky, who was my number 2, he dropped all 10 bombs. He got 100% hits, 6 kills, so it seems like his bombs were probably the ones that dropped the majority of the bridge. Looks like several spans went down. Sometimes, we only drop one span, which would be easily repairable. In this case, because of our entry angle actually coming right down the bridge rather than perpendicular to it, we really clobbered the hell out of it and dropped multiple spans. I'm pretty sure I saw as I was diving in on it. Didn't have a lot of time to look at it. Lieutenant J.G. Wolf, he dropped his bombs. He got 2 hits and 2 kills as well. And then Ensign Nichols, crazy man, he got a gun kill and he got a bomb kill. So we saw that. This was the first one he went after, and then this was that radar that he doubled back for. So everyone came back safe and sound, although it was a close thing with, what's his name? Nichols. That gives me an even 120 ground kills. How about that? And that was actually my 73rd mission, now complete. No updates on the MIA guys. I'm guessing we're never going to see them again at this point. But nobody's injured. Right, we had an injured fella on the roster before, right, if I'm remembering correctly. But he is okay now, so he's back on the active duty roster. All right, let's take a look at the log. Sorry for. Let's see what happened here. So pretty much nothing until 7:30. So this must have been right as we were rolling in on the target. We had a couple of guns firing, and then here's Blonsky on the bomb run and Wolf, both dropping their bombs. And then here we go. So Blonsky, he destroys a rail 100. I'm guessing that's a 100-meter segment. I think we've seen that before. So he's hitting rail. He's hitting rail. So that was on either side of the bridge. There's usually like a marshalling yard and some rail bits. So that must have been what he's hitting here. But that leads us right into the railroad bridge itself. He hits the bridge, destroyed rail 100. Rail 100 hits the bridge with 6 500-pounders, destroying it at 7:32:21. Here's Wolf hitting some additional rail pieces. I'm Johnny-come-lately at 7:32.5, dropping my bombs, which apparently ended up not hitting anything. And in fact, I didn't even see them impact, and I thought for a second that maybe they hadn't dropped, that I had not been selected on them. I'm wondering now if they actually were on target and they all just splashed into the water, which is why we didn't see any explosions from their impacts, because they were hitting all right where the bridge would have been. So no effect from those, but like I said, my new policy is going to be to try to hold off to be the last man dropping to ensure that we get the primary target, and then even if the wingmen get it, I can get additional collateral damage from anything around it. In this case, there was nothing to hit. Now we've got a lot of stuff firing at us as we were pulling out of there. Two different SAM sites here. We have an SA2C and an SA2B firing at Ensign Nichols. So right immediately from the beginning there, he was under missile fire. And then at 7:34:19, I fired 40 rounds. I'm guessing all of my rounds at this particular SA2C SAM launcher, hitting the fan song and destroying it. 7:34:21. Hell yeah! The more of those we can knock out, the better, because that means that even if they're replacing them every day, the North Vietnamese, they still have to be getting more in, and it's wearing out their supplies. So I'm okay with it. Here's Ensign Nichols. He gets fired at by an S-60. I also get fired at by an S-60. His bombs impact, I guess, his intended target, a ZIL-157. That's a truck, the Soviet truck, ZPU-1. So basically a truck with a machine gun in the back. So he takes that out. And he's getting fired at everything. This was over... I guess it was Ninh Binh. I actually wasn't able to identify it, I think. But it seemed like he was either over Ninh Binh or Tan Hoa, a little bit to the south of where we were egressing out of the area. So here he is doubling back, Ensign Nichols, that is 7:41:34. He fires all of his rounds at a fire control radar. So yeah, he went back for a AAA directing radar, which is great that he destroyed it, but I really didn't want him going back in like that alone, because that put him right in the middle of all of these. I mean, this is all firing at Nichols. All of this stuff, this is all different AAA guns, all at Nichols, because he really stirred up the hornet's nest after hitting that. And then final parting shot at 7:43:42, another SA2C fires at Ensign Nichols, luckily going wide and high, and didn't take him out. But I mean, this is after he got hit. He got, I'm not sure where it was, but he got hit by something here, right in the tail. And then a second A4 was damaged, and I did not I don't remember seeing that, so I don't know who else was damaged, which maybe, unfortunately, kind of points to me banging up my plane on landing again, but oh well, it's good to be the squadron leader, because I can do things like that and not get yelled at. Just tell my guys to fix it. Alright, well that concludes this kind of boring, kind of routine mission with a little bit of excitement in it. Again, not the nail biter that the other lost one was, but I'm sure that we will get another air suppression or anti-air suppression mission fairly soon, and so we'll make up for it then. All right, well, we'll see you then. Whatever the series is that I do next, we'll see you there, and have a great day. Bye.